Hey guys, Nightspeeds here and welcome back to another video which is gonna be in the speculation department, or we at least gonna analyze some of the clips that Creature Studios, the developers of Session, has been releasing lately. And beyond that, I'll also just touch on stuff like multiplayer in the game, or just like the state of the game, how it evolves from early access to a full game, and then also stuff like modding. Session is dropping September 17th on PC, Steam, and the price is gonna be $19.99 US. And I expect the price to be exactly the same on Xbox One. But very quickly, while we just let these raw cuts play in the background, I want to touch on some stuff like multiplayer. Because a lot of people have been asking, will there be multiplayer from the early access launch? And there won't, I can say that already. But if I just read out here what Mark, one of the main developers of Session, has said about multiplayer, he says, "Our game code is all written with multiplayer in mind, so it won't be today, but we'll get there." So for all of you that really want multiplayer in the game, myself included, we can be looking forward to that in the future, but not as part of the early access launch. There's also been a lot of speculation when it comes to modding of Session, because a lot of people think that Creature Studios are against modding of Session, but that's really not the case. I'm just gonna read out a reply they made on Steam a little while back. So they say, "Modding has always been part of our goals ever since day one, and even during the Kickstarter campaign, so yes, eventually. Here at Creature, we'd like to take the time to think before jumping into something, and this applies for modding too. We want to come up with something that makes modding fun, simple and clean. So what this means for us is working with you guys to come up with what's needed, providing official development tools that won't destroy your work every time we update the game, for example." So for all you modders out there, it will be possible eventually, and it looks like you're gonna get a lot of support from Creature and actually help on making these mods. I do want to talk about one more thing before we jump into the beautiful raw cuts, which I hope you guys have been enjoying in the background there, but I also want to talk about the state of the game, or where it is when it drops in early access. So basically, if you've seen me play Session on a channel before, it's been either pre-alpha builds or pre-alpha builds. So basically, when it's dropping now in early access, it's gonna start out in pre-alpha. Then during early access, it's gonna go into alpha, and then into beta, and then it's gonna be a full game version 1. And when it drops as a full game, that's when it's an Xbox console launch exclusive and will be only on Xbox of all the consoles for 3 months. After the 3 months of being a full game released on Xbox One, that's when they can start porting it to other consoles. Stuff like PlayStation 4, which I know a lot of people are asking for, but the reason why it's not on PlayStation 4 right now is because they don't really have that early access or game preview program. But with all of that being said, let's just jump into the raw cut. So how about we start out with gameplay raw cut number 4, because we see a very awesome feature in this one. Start out with a beautiful tray flip on a heroin skateboard, and then we have the object dropper mode. We even see some of the objects. We see a DIY rail, we see a bend rail you can probably use as a pole jam, a rail convex, which is like an up and down rail, I would say. And then we have the police fence, which Mark is gonna place here, and then later on Sesh, but he's also gonna place some stuff further down. He's just placing some plywood here for a landing from the ledge up there to the right, and then also add a little bit to give some pop from the ground up. And as you could see when he was placing those bumps right there, you could actually put that into the ground. It's almost like not just an object dropper, but like a map editor. And then we just get this beautiful line right here. So that was a really beautiful clip, but let's just jump on to the official raw cut number 3. And this is a very important point. The fakey big spin that's reverted. Fakey frontside big spin with a beautiful revert on. I could just watch that all day, but as the clip plays out, I just want you to, at least on all the clips, notice that there's different customization on that. So here we have a different pair of shoes, the other ones were red, and then we have different grip tape, and we have a board from Roger Skate Co. And in the other clip, we of course had the Heroin skateboard. So those are at least some brands we can be expecting in the game. Heroin skateboards, Roger Skate Co. And yeah, let's just enjoy this line here. Now while we play raw cut number 2, and I actually just want to argue on the first trick here because that was a heel flip and really tweaked backside over crook. Not a nose blunt like Donovan Strange says, even though he's apparently gonna be a character in the game and he's also gonna voice the tutorial, so we can be looking forward to that. Really cool dude, but I think it locked in as a backside over crook. And here in the very first raw cut that was teased, we got a little mani combo and then just a beautiful sound of skating over those bricks. And the very low pop out of this nose grind nollie hard flip out is just looking really amazing as well. 360 shove, it's looking good. Tray flips are beautiful, but we must also keep in mind that this is all on the auto catch setting. You can also turn on manual catch, where you'll have to control the spinning and flipping of the board and then having to catch it, of course, at the right time. And then to end the video, let's take a look at the leaked gameplay raw cut number 3. So this is just kind of like the same line as raw cut number 3, but a little bit different. We see a heel flip back nose grind 180 out here, really steezy looking. And here we get a closer look at one of the reverts, done down a pretty big gap. Seems to get a little bit of a speed boost, but still looking really good. Nice looking backside heel with like slow rotation on. And then once again hitting the famous bank with a switch flip. Really steezy fakey front 180. And then to a heel flip 50-50, kind of locked into an Ohio grind. And then we have a really good heel flip front crook, really pinched on that 180 out. So guys, I hope you are as hyped for Session as I am. It's releasing very soon and I can't wait to play it and make a bunch of videos for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this one and maybe got a few questions answered. But either way, if you enjoyed the video, I would of course appreciate a like as always. And then I'll just see you guys in the very next video. So until then, peace out.